Well, here's a really lovely introduction to the Surrey Hills involving the Downs link. So we're going to start right at the top there at Etherley Farm or Forest Green, one of those villages. We're going to head straight down. We're going to go clockwise around that loop. So we head to Wallace Wood, and then after a bit of a dogleg for a shortcut on the Ewhurst Road, we cut down to Ellen's Green, Cox Green, and then we join the Downs link, so Banyard Station. Then we head up towards Cranley, and there's supposed to be a bit more Downs link, but we headed off on the road. When you get to Cranley, we then head off to Ewhurst and then cut round, work our way back and through Forest Green, and then at that last point we actually went on to Ockley because we were looking for a farm shop, and there's some lovely farm shops and other things around, so wonderful food. So here's the route. We're starting from the farm where we were staying, work our way round through Forest Green down to Ellen's Green and Cox Green, then off to Banyard Station, which is part of the way along the Downs link, and then we work our way up, and then rather than carrying on, we took the road route towards Cranley, then back into Ewhurst, almost back to where we came in, through Forest Green, back up, and then we headed off towards Ockley, had a little look around up there, and then back to our campsite. It was a great campsite at Etherley Farm as well. Definitely recommend it as somewhere to stay. So this is where we're starting. There's a farm shop there, and we were staying in one of the fields, which is a great starting point for anybody. And then we're heading off, and it's on Leith Hill Road. So we head down Leith Hill Road, and then we're heading towards Forest Green. So here we are on Forest Green. There's a little farm shop, and that pub is called the Parrot, and it's a wonderful pub, really nice, and you can see that for once we've actually got a bit of sunshine on this day. So we're heading down through Forest Green, and we're really heading towards the village of Wallace Wood. You can see how pretty some of these villages are, and there's plenty to see, and there's Wallace Wood and Wallace Wood. Some fantastic bluebells, so definitely recommend coming down here during bluebell season. And there are a lot of cyclists around, so here we are in Wallace Wood, and we sort of flip round in Wallace Wood. We're going to turn right there, and we're going to head up towards Ewhurst, but we don't actually go all the way. We're then going to take a hard left turn later on. So this is all very quiet. We hardly saw, looks like we've gone right at that point. Maybe I got that wrong. So we're going to work our way along, and now we're heading down towards Ellis Green. So we've gone past Hurtwood Polo Club, and there's also Banyards Park airstrip around here as well. So as we head south now, although it looks like we're still going west by the position of the shadows, but we're going to start heading south, and we're going to make it towards Ellen's Green and Cox's Green. So the sign says Rudgwick, but we're not actually going to go towards Rudgwick. That's sort of Cox Green sort of area. So we're not going into Rudgwick. Rudgwick is also a really nice place to start this ride if you want to do a bit of the Downs link, but we're now going to join up with the Downs link in a second. So work our way through. This is Cox Green and the outskirts of Rudgwick. We're going to turn right into Lennox Street, just up here, and this is a cafe that we went to have a look around, because this is another great place to start, and the entrance across onto the Downs link is right beside it. It goes through the field. In fact, there's a shortcut from their car park, but you cut across this field, and now we join the Downs link cycle path. And it's just a little bit hard to find, but if you can find that cafe, you can find the link. And the Downs link we've done several times before. You'll find other rides on here that involve the Downs link. It's generally pretty good, but it is a gravelled surface, and at this point we had to cut round a fallen tree that hadn't been cleared, and we got jammed and it ripped the chain off. Although it was tight, it pulled my chain off, so I had to refix that one, and then we work our way along. Now it's pretty level, but there are places where it goes up, and this is just the edge of Banyard Station, and so we stopped here for a little bit of a look around, and it's a really pretty place. But there used to be a cafe in the old station house, but that has now been closed, sadly, and it's a private residence, and they don't like you taking photographs of it, they don't like you stopping. That's not it, that's the manor that's round the corner. There's the station house, and you'd think it was a cafe, but it's not. There's the old signal box, and then we work our way along the Downs link, and this is fairly straight, but it's got a few places where you have to sort of go round a little circle and then rejoin it, sadly, because they were doing some work. So this bit where they've cleared it for the power lines, we follow along the edge here, but they blocked it off because of a bit of work that was going on. But you soon carry on, and you can go all the way up to Bramley using this route, but we carried on, and then we left it not far outside Cranley and then took the road route. So this is a place where we just stopped for a cup of tea and some flapjack, surprisingly for us. Always tea and flapjack. Beautiful sunny day, lots of butterflies around, and then back on the road. But look at the surface there, it had been raining, parts of it were a bit muddy and a little bit gravelly, but now we're sort of getting back towards the roads. This is still the old route, but then we couldn't see where it went from then, so we turned left and followed the road now up towards Cranley. It's a little bit of a circuitous route, and we did get lost at one point, so you can ignore that bit. And now we're heading up towards Cranley, and it's just a bit of an incline all the way, because Cranley's at the top of the hill. So going past Knoll Park, and here we are on the outskirts of Cranley. This is Cranley town. It's quite a pretty place, got a lot of history here, but quite a bit of traffic as well. And we're going to take the left hand turning there at the roundabout, and then again left hand turn, and we're heading off towards Ewhurst, so you follow the signs to Ewhurst. Now this is a bit of a busy road, and we weren't intending to do this really, but we wanted to seek it out because we needed to do some shopping later on in the week, and we started to run out. But the road's clear off, and there's also quite a nice pavement on the side, and I think it's a shared pavement and cycle path. So we would suggest that for safety here you just get on the side and follow it, because this is a particularly nasty roundabout, this bit. And then we're back on the main road, but it's part of it's diverged off. And now we're heading our way into Ewhurst. And if I remember rightly, this is very slightly downhill, but generally fairly level. Here we are on the outskirts of Ewhurst. Very nice village, plenty of pubs, lots of places to stop if you want, and then we turn right in Ewhurst, down past some new building developments, and just before the telephone box you can see coming up, we turn left, and that takes us down these beautiful little back roads, and lots of places to stop down here. And you can see the surface is pretty good, but it is farming surface, so occasionally you get a bit of mud or a pile of horse poo in the middle of the road, but very quiet down here. And we had a little stop, a little look around, and now we're taking a bit of a track cycle path. Now this was a little bit interesting, going through the woods, didn't quite know where we were all the time, but eventually it brings you out back onto what looked like a private drive, but in fact I think it's an old road, and then we're back on the main route. So then we're heading back up to our starting point, and that's pretty straightforward. We just follow this road round, and it takes us up towards Leith Hill. Etherley Farm is just underneath Leith Hill. You can use it as a place to start a walk, but it's not a very long walk. but it's a bit of a killer of a cycle ride if you go over the top, which we will do in one of our later rides. The third one when we're there. So here we are in Forest Green, coming back past the Parrot pub, and we did actually stop in at that thing, so we're heading back along here, follow round, back up the hill, and our route to end is just up here on the left. But what we're going to do is we're going to carry on a little bit. Sorry about the quality of the video. Suddenly my battery started to go low, so I was running it at 720p instead of 4K. So at this point you could just stop and go home and have a shower and a rest, but we wanted to go and have a look at the little village of Ockley, which is round the corner a little bit, so we carried on. And it's a mixture of ups and downs, but there's this long descent back into Ockley. The last bit brings you to the T-junction. Now the farm shop is left, but we turned right to have a look up here. Now this is the main road. This is, I think, it's either the A24 or something like that. So it can be a little busy, but we just wanted to see what there was available for meals out, whatever. They've got a garage, they've got several restaurants. It's a very nice place, lots of places to stop and eat if you wanted, lots of places to park. You can park anywhere around that large green. You've got loads of parking spaces. There we go, past where we joined it, but this time we're turned left and then we're going right again, down towards the old church that looks like something out of Midsummer Murders. You can imagine them filming there. Quite incredible pub it is. And then round the corner, and the farm shop was on that corner, and now I think we're heading back. So we're working our way back. There we go, left again and then right up here, working our way back towards Etherley Farm. So thank you for joining us on this ride. Please do remember to like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to mention that at the beginning, but would love you to also comment on the videos as well. But hit that thumbs up button and we'll be able to provide you with many more rides. And it does take a lot of time, so we thank you just for your appreciation. So now as we head back towards Etherley Farm, I think my battery is about to run out. But we'll do a quick summary. So here we go, down the back road, and any second now we'll come to a halt. So there we are. So you can find this on our Komoot page, Paul and Diane on the Tandem, and you'll see a link to the GPX file that's there over on the right, and you'll be able to download it. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget, like and subscribe, add a comment, and we look forward to seeing you on our next ride, which is also in the Surrey Hills. We've got 3 coming up, or 2 more coming up. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye.